Welcome to the tutorial. We're going to talk about how to create perfect lines in Procreate using just regular tools. So let's get started. First off, we select a new canvas size. I selected a square size because it's a simple letter that we're doing. I'm going to do a letter A. I'm going to start sketching. And I select a kind of blue hue, start the sketch, and I begin. Just, take it nice and slow, just doing some lines, figure out what I really want, how I really want it to look. No pressure, you can just go back and forth until you have whatever you want. Over there I try to make it like a stylized A. You'll see. And if I don't like something, I just go back and draw the line again and again. That's the trick. There you go. Some lines I don't like, so I just keep going back and forth. And I kind of build the lines thicker so they look better, and I know what I'm doing whenever I'm doing the actual lines. I don't get confused or anything like that, because there's a lot of lines, so I just try to make them thicker and get the design right. After I do that and I'm happy with it, I go to phase 2, which is pretty much like every other drawing. I just lower the opacity, create a new layer, and I begin. I choose for this clip, if I'm not wrong, a painting mono brush, and I try to keep it with every part of the line equal. I don't like taper lines, pressure lines, or anything like that, so I just play with the options and make it as simple as possible. Also the streamline, I tried my best to keep it at 90, but it went up or down. So the first thing I do, I just draw a line. I don't like it, go back, and then I'll be like, hey, I like this thickness more than the other one. So same thing, I just keep drawing. I don't like it, go back until you got it right. Also try to be comfortable with it. I usually don't draw in that position, but for the sake of the video I did it. And then for the other line, I created a new layer. You will notice that every time I make a new line, I just create a new layer. So that's kind of the secret. It's pretty much the whole video it's all about. So I erase that part of the line that it's too much. I go back and then I create another line. And I start erasing. Same thing, just erase. There you go. When you erase, you shouldn't care about how deep you go inside the line, because you have the other line covering it. Go back to the first line, same thing, erase, erase, erase. And I choose my eraser tool. I lower it so I have more precision, and I stick my pencil to the closest to the thick line, and then I draw a line with the eraser tool. What you do is you just keep it pressed and drag a line and just keep it pressed, and Procreate will create an actual line. You can use it with eraser or any type of pencil tool. Eraser or pencil tools. Right. You can see I just do this for every single line. That's the trick. Back and forth until you get the lines perfectly aligned. You can see I do that technique. I just stick the pencil tool, like the little circle, I just put it down in the corner, and then I just drag it until I have a perfect line. In this part, I think I make a mistake, so I go back. As you guys know, this is a voiceover, because at the time I was making the video, I had a lot of noise in the background. So there was a lot happening inside my house. You can see I go back, and I was like, I didn't like it. So I go back and do the erasing part again. Back and till I fix it completely fix it. I have no mistakes or errors. I'd be like, I don't like it. It's not until you like it, or is it, like for me, is it perfect, that you should not be comfortable with it. Because that's the point. Create perfect lines. They look like Illustrator lines, but obviously it's Procreate. We don't have vector tools in here. There are other programs for that. So what I do after that, I just merge everything and create a single object, so I don't have to worry about like all the crazy lines and be lost, because that's already done. And then I create the other part of the A. You can see I just move the actual design a lot until you have like a more comfortable position, I would say. And always remember, try to create new layers for each line. It takes a while, but the results are really, really good. Whenever you finish it, you're gonna be like, oh damn, that looks nice. Yeah, do that. New lines all the time. Layer, line, new line. So I can erase and not be worried about making a mistake of erasing too much of a line. Or raise the size of the line later with the razor tool, so I don't have to, go back and forth with the little tiny razor tool. I just keep the razor tool small whenever I have to do like precise erasing, like near the other line that I'm not erasing. That makes sense. You can see I didn't like it because I did it like a concave. Yeah, you see, like a concave erased part. So I go back and go like, I didn't like it. Go back, start erasing again, do the same thing. And also there might be like way faster methods to do this thing, but I just like it. Takes some time, but I know if you like drawing or illustrating, you're just gonna enjoy it, because it's like, I would say, therapy pretty much. And you take your time and you try to make it perfect. You see I do the drag line thing. It's pretty simple, just like I said before. Just takes some time. You need patience to do this. That's why most of the time I take really long to finish like a drawing or illustration if I want to make this type of line work. There's obviously other techniques that can be used, but I don't use them for letters as much, because for letters I like them to be nice, bold, clean, and precise. That's what I like. I do that. Then after I finish that, if I'm not wrong, I go back to I merge them again. I look at them and like, okay, this is the line work. Perfect. No, I haven't merged them yet. Sorry. So I go and do precise lining. I just made sure that I was erasing the actual line that I wanted to erase. And another trick that you can use so your lines is precise whenever you're doing the line, like the erasing line, you can go a little bit into the actual drawn line, so you can see how much of the line you're actually erasing, and you can like make it as precise as possible. After that, like I said before, I just merged everything, so this is the same object. I don't have to worry about lines and crazy things, and I'm almost done. Just create 2 more lines, same thing, new layer, each line, new layer. Then I start erasing. There we go. Raise everything up. Go back. Do the same thing. And this is what I was talking about. I just do the line, but I like pass over the other line to see how much I have to actually erase because I'm not affecting the line below it, just affecting that single line. That's why I make lines in every layer. Back to that. It's nice, simple. And I'm almost done, as you can tell. Then I create another line. If I'm not wrong, I just merge down everything, same object. Don't have to worry about crazy lines or anything. And go back into it. There you go. It'll be the last line till I'm happy. I don't erase anything. Then I'll start erasing. You see, I don't have to worry about. You go. I lower the line. That's for the erasing part. And here, since it's a curve and I was like messing it up, actually you go, you will see, yeah, it's like messed up. I don't like it. It looks like funky. So what I do is I actually finish the whole thing, like erasing the whole thing that I don't need. See, there you go. Yeah, sometimes I don't raise the size of the tool, just leave it as it is. Most of the time I do. So what I do is I create a new line work, but like as tiny as possible it can be, so it's more precise, and I don't overdo something. And then I erase the little peak that came out, merge down, and voila, I take out the sketch layer, move it if you want, and there you go. You have a perfect line A.